So taking your audience off the platform is arguably one of the best ways for you to nurture your audience and convert them in the future. So in this video, I want to be sharing exactly how you can piece together some lead magnet ideas to build a lead magnet that helps take people off the platform and onto your email list, where then say you can direct them to video sales letters, to other forms of content or sales pages where you can convert them. So let's get straight into it. So why a lead magnet to begin with, right? So, God, that was terrible. Anyway, why a lead magnet to begin with? The reason is because when we're trying to take people off the platform, we want to make sure we can give them something that they really do want. Because the thing is, right, although your profile is probably great, although the content you create is probably great, when you're trying to nurture people and show them that you know what you're talking about and that you can get them good results, sometimes this might not be enough, or at least it's going to take longer. So, what we can do instead is that with our LinkedIn profile, we can focus on directing people to a free resource that people can opt in for to help solve one of their problems, whether it be a problem, a roadblock, or whatever it might be. But the idea is that it is benefit driven for our ideal clients for them to opt into. And the thing is that once they then opt in for this, they then obviously receive the sort of the lead magnet, whatever it be. So for me, it would be my video training on how I help people, or at least the video training that help people go from salesy in the DMs to being able to book calls every week, right? Which for me, I believe my ideal clients would benefit from that because I believe that is something that my ideal clients struggle with, pretty much, right? And then obviously from there, what I can then do is direct people to a video sales letter, which will eventually then direct people to booking a call with me. But that's not what we're going to be talking about today. So today really is just actually the lead magnet. So how do you even piece together ideas for lead magnet, right? Do you need to know like everything to do with emails and stuff? No, you don't. Well, what we really want to think about, I want you to think about your lead magnet almost as just, let's say it's just a lower ticket offer, right? With LTO being lower ticket offer. That's what we want to look your lead magnet as. Now, obviously, you've got your core offer as well, which whatever that's going to be. For me, it's my sort of my coaching program, which, is high ticket or at least higher than this. um, so that's my sort of my coaching program. And what you want to consider is, bearing in mind, assuming you've done your sort of your target audience research, you understand the struggles they're having, maybe the roadblocks they're facing and such. You want to think about, okay, well, you've probably got a lot of value in this core offer that's really going to help people. And if you're confident in this, then you know it can help people. What I like to consider is you want to make sure and actually, this lead magnet, aka your lower ticket offer, you want to make sure that this is going to help your ideal clients solve one problem or roadblock or whatever it might be that they're facing, or at least it helps them take them closer to that desired outcome, right? So for me, right, when I was thinking about my audience, I thought, okay, well, my audience in terms of their offer, yeah, they might be struggling with that as well, with their profile. Okay, well, I could do a profile optimization thing, but what's really going to help them with their main problem, right? Their main problem, in my opinion, is they're struggling to get leads from LinkedIn, or at least in less time, right? So I was thinking, okay, well, it's probably maybe not their offer, right? They probably have a good idea of that, maybe not their profile. A lot of people doing profile stuff. Their content, maybe, like content's a pretty good one. And I thought, well, actually, the main one, or at least in my opinion, I found the most important thing is being able to be confident and have a strategy in the DMs. Because I find that, you know what? The biggest struggle I think my ideal clients are facing is that they're really struggling to actually book calls and start conversations in the DMs. So I thought, okay, well, if I make a lead magnet centered around helping people in the DMs go from where they currently are, so probably feeling a bit salesy in the DMs or a bit pushy and uncomfortable, to being able to book calls, aka generate leads, then that sounds like that would be pretty useful for them, right? And logically speaking, when I look at this is pretty good, right? I'm pretty happy that this is going to be something they want. So immediately I can then be like, okay, well, we can just get rid of everything else here because that's clearly what they want. Clearly, something they're going to want is the DMs. And having researched and chat to my ideal clients, this is something I feel like that they need. So once we've actually got that, idea, we've got the concept, and the concept of this is obviously being able to, at least in my case, help them improve their DMs to get leads. Then really, how do we want to even structure this? Well, we can do this in a few ways. First thing you want to consider is how do you want to deliver it? Now, for me, I would honestly say you want to play to your strengths. If you're not very good at video and you don't like doing video, then don't do video. Simple as that, right? You want to play to your strength. For me, I enjoy doing video. I enjoy recording these videos like I'm doing now. And so I find that that actually in turn the play into my strength. I enjoy doing video. So that's how I'm going to do mine. And that's how I've been doing mine, right? If you take a look at my website, you'll find that I have a video training, which basically runs people through how to do this exact thing right here. So that's the main thing. Now, really with the lead magnet, in terms of structuring it from start to finish, you don't want to overcomplicate this, right? I find that if, say, we're looking at a timeline and this is the end and this is the start, right? For example, what we want to consider is, okay, well, what's the first thing they want to know? Well, the first thing I want to tell them is exactly what they can expect, right? What can they expect from this whole lead magnet all the way across here, right? Now, this might be a bit different from video to text, but you want to let them know exactly what they can expect from this sort of lead magnet, because you want to build up that value and you want them to actually stick around for it. And especially for, say, like something like a video, or even just, like say like a PDF or whatever it might be, you want to make sure they're going to stick around for it as well. So that's usually the first thing I like to do. It almost like sets up the actual lead magnet and helps them stay and stick along. So for example, for me, I'm going to refer to this as my video stuff that I'm doing. I usually set the expectation in terms of what they're going to get from this, right? What I'm going to cover, and then so on and so forth. Now, I actually covered this more in the actual like on my landing page where I have a short, pretty much like a 1 minute video that covers exactly what they can expect from the lead magnet, which is when they opt in, they already in their mind know exactly what they're getting and they can go straight through it. But that's another thing I can talk about another time. So once we've actually set up that expectation, then we're going to be going through the actual sort of lead magnet. Now with this, honestly, I wouldn't really complicate it too much, right? What I'd usually like to talk about is maybe things that potentially people struggle with, right? So like maybe like reasons why like the actual idle client hasn't been able to tackle this problem, right? You could maybe share things they've tried before, why you probably think it's not working, right? And so you have the struggle phase. Maybe you might talk about maybe potential roadblocks that are holding them back. But obviously the main bulk, oh, my light's gone off. But obviously the main bulk of this wants to be the fact that, from maybe here to about here, you want to, or at least really the majority of this, you want to make sure you are actually delivering on what you say you're delivering on, right? Which is the main sort of problem as well. So honestly speaking, as long as you can deliver on this, that's the main thing. But if you can obviously include this and maybe talk a bit more about why they're struggling, why, they haven't got where they are, and then deliver on there, it shows a bit more understanding. Then at this ending part, really I focus on then just giving them the next step. So, which usually will be working with me, or my next offer, which is working with me and my coaching program. Which, from here at the end, it will be a short, maybe 1-2 minute thing where basically I'm sort of sharing, hey, and if you want to learn how you can, you know, go from this bad place to this good place, how you can go from not getting leads to getting leads and booking calls every week, then see this link below or book in a time with me, whatever it might be, which for me, I direct them to my video sales letter for my offer. But overall, this is what I would consider when you are being able to build out your lead magnet and so on and so forth. And you can see here that this is the importance of doing so, right? Because you can actually go from taking them off the platform to really take them through this whole process, nurturing them, and then being able to direct them to, say, booking a call in with you. And I find that this is really, really going to help, especially when you're trying to get leads from LinkedIn. So overall, that is the video. My name's Ethan Clark. I help entrepreneurs get leads from LinkedIn with less time and getting more from it. If you're interested to hear more about this, feel free to grab my lead magnet on my website or DM me and actually look to chat with me to learn more about it. But that being said, hope you enjoyed the video and I'll chat soon.